Hello students, it's a lecture number 6 of our 5th unit and the name of 5th unit is Analysis of Arches. In this unit we will cover problems from the university question papers. So first problem from the university question paper is a 3-hinge parabolic arch is loaded and supported as shown in figure. It means that figure is given into the question and they asked us to calculate support reactions and normal thrust radial shear at a distance of 12 meter from A support. To calculate that, we already know different formulas are required. So looking at the first step of this solution, check here the parabola. We will first understand the figure, then we will try to solve the question. The figure says us there is a parabolic arch, but the supports are at different level. The H1 distance is of 6 meter, H2 distance is of 2 meter, and total span of this arch is 22 meter plus 8. It is sum up to 30 meter. Now we need to calculate L1 and L2. L1 and L2 is not mentioned in the figure. You have to analyze it with some formulas. So first step in the solution is to calculate L1 and L2. For L1, formula is simple. L1 is equals to L into under root of H1 divided by under root of H1 plus under root of H2. That's the simple formula for it. We analyzed, instead of analyze, I'm gonna say that I put the values of H1 and H2 in the formula. Total length or total span is 30 meter. So from there I get to know L1 is 19 meter, L1 is 19 meter and L2 is 11 meter. In L2 formula you have to put H2 value at numerator. In the L1 formula you have to put H1 value in the numerator. That's the difference between L1 and L2 formula. Once you put the values of H1 and H2 and total span, you will able to find L1 and L2. Next step is to calculate support reactions. For that, we will require a equation of equilibriums. For that, we required 3 equilibrium equations. One out of it is summation of moment at particular point is equals to 0. So I have did summation of moment at C equals to 0. See, in any arch problem you have to do analysis of arch by starting with calculating its support reactions and horizontal thrust. To calculate support reaction for the 3-hinge arch, when supports are at same level, we applied equilibrium condition. We use summation of moment at A equals to 0 and summation of vertical forces equals to 0. From there we are able to analyze or to calculate support reactions. Whereas for horizontal thrust at supports we used summation of moment at crown equals to 0. But this bite different in the analysis of arches with support at different level. Why it is different? Because see, when you do summation of moment at A equals to 0, the horizontal forces 1 at at B support, then downward force which is acting across our trusses of 30 kilonewton, as well as horizontal thrust at H comes into the equation. Why these 3 of the unknowns are coming into the equation? Because the horizontal thrust at B is not passing through the center of moment where we calculating. If we consider arch with the supports at same level, then what happened? This edge get nullified because axis of this force is passing through the center of moment where we calculating it A. Therefore H will not develop any moment. Therefore we can use that formula of moment, summation of moment at A equals to 0. So but here also we have to find a vertical forces. That's why what I did, I calculated summation of Fy. I used summation of Fy and then I did summation of moment at crown equals to 0 from A to C region and summation of moment at crown equals to 0 from B to C region. From A to C region I get a equation for A support. From B to C region I will get a reaction at B support or equation with reaction at B support. When I put the reaction formulas into Va plus Vb, which is summation of Fy equals to some constant, we will able to, with this three equation 1, 2 and 3, we will able to find three unknowns. What is that? Reaction at A, reaction at B, as well as horizontal thrust. Understood? So we are doing similarly over here. I did summation of moment at C equals to 0. For that we required a bending, for that we required a diagram. Yes, so at C, at this crown position, okay, what will come from, we are writing it from A to C portion. For in the A to C portion, what will comes into the picture? VA into horizontal distance, HA into perpendicular distance, and this point load into again horizontal distance. These three forces will add a equation of moment. Okay, so let's try to solve it. VA into horizontal distance is how much? This much, which is L1, 19. Okay, VA is creating clockwise moment, therefore taken as a positive, whereas horizontal thrust at H, horizontal thrust at support A as a H is at a height of what distance? It is at a height of 6. Therefore, and it is making, it is making anti-clockwise moment, therefore taken negative in the equation. Therefore taken negative into the equation. Next formula is, next formula for, next will be a point load. Point load into horizontal distance. How much is the horizontal distance? 19. Horizontal distance will be this much, right? If this total is 19 and this part is 8, can we get a distance for this point load, horizontal distance? Yes, that's 11. That's how I wrote an equation for A to C region. Similarly, we can write for B to C region. In the B to C region, this vertical force VB into horizontal distance is 11. It is making anti-clockwise, therefore I wrote negative. Then horizontal thrust at H, horizontal thrust into vertical distance. How much is the vertical distance? 2 meter. It is making clockwise movement, therefore taken positive. That's how I calculated reaction at A, reaction at B. I calculated reaction at A and reaction at B. Then this values I put into summation of Fy. A here, B here. Once we put the values and solve it, we will get three of the unknowns in this problem. H, horizontal force at A, vertical force at support B, horizontal is done, vertical force at A. We got all the values. Then next step is, this step is additional. You have to not worry about the steps because the step is additional. If only they ask you a bending moment at certain point. See here, I wrote a vertical distance at D. Why vertical distance is required? Only when we have to calculate bending moment at that point. So here they didn't ask us a bending moment to calculate, therefore that step is additional over here. Now the second part of this question is to calculate normal thrust and radial shear. How to calculate normal thrust? For that we have to take a section at what distance? 12 meter, because they asked in a question, find a horizontal and normal thrust at 12 meter from A support. So let's draw the diagram for that. I have taken an arch and take a section at 12 meter from A support. Then I drawn a normal to it. This is your normal, perpendicular to it is your radial force, horizontal and vertical. Let's do some. Now in the formula of N, what is the unknown? V cos theta plus H sin theta. V cos theta, sorry, I have wrote V cos theta, it is V sin theta plus H cos theta. Okay, so what are the unknowns in N? To find N, we required V, H and theta. We required V, H and theta. Let's try to find step by step H, V and theta. For that, we know in this diagram we have to do summation of Fy to calculate V, summation of Fx for calculating H, and for theta we have a formula with us. Let's do that. For summation of Fy, from summation of Fy what we get? A point load 30 is in downward direction, 30, V in downward direction, therefore minus V, plus vertical force is here, plus vertical A is equals to 0. That's how I wrote an equation. From there we get to know the vertically downward force is negative 4.62. Why it is negative? Because consider direction which we assume is vertically downward, but from the calculation we get to know it is in upward direction. Now I have given a formula over here. We will put the values once we calculate horizontal thrust. Now to calculate horizontal thrust, see here, simple. If there is a only horizontal force, who will balance it? A horizontal force at section. Therefore horizontal thrust at that section is exactly equals to the horizontal thrust at HA. Okay, now only unknown remaining from that equation is theta. For theta the formula is tan theta is equals to, tan theta is equals to what? Dy by dx. What is y over here? Equation of parabola. What is the equation of parabola? 4h by L square into x in bracket L minus x. Okay, you have to differentiate it. Simply we get this formula, 4h divided by L square in bracket L minus 2x. Put the all values of it. X will be what? X will be 12 meter, because we have considered our section at what distance? 12 meter from A support. That's how we calculated tan theta. Once we put the values, we will get a tan theta as 9.09. Put the all values of V, H, theta in given formulas and analyze it, solve it. We will get values of F as a negative 8.57 and N as a 24.33. Understood? Force, it is a force, that's why unit is kilonewton. In the next problem, it is also a university question. They asked us to analyze semicircular 3-hinged arch of a span 20 meter. Okay, the span of this arch is 20 meter. Carries a uniformly distributed load of 60 kilonewton. This is the uniformly distributed load of 60 kilonewton on the left hand of a span. Left half is this A2 crown position. This is your left span, left half of your arch. Determine bending moment, normal thrust and radial shear. Determine bending moment, normal thrust and radial shear at a section D. Okay, at a section D they want us to calculate normal thrust, radial shear and bending moment. Okay, we will try to do this. at 4 meter. Okay, I have taken already a section at 4 meter. Now first step in analyzing any arches to calculate reactions. The previous one is a 3-hinge parabolic arch. This one is a 3-hinge but semicircular segmental arch. For the segmental arch, calculating reaction is similarly how we did in the parabolic arch, taking the help of equilibrium equation. So to calculate moment at A, let's do the summation of moment at A equals to 0, and from that what we did, VB into horizontal distance is 20, making it anti-clockwise moment, therefore negative. Adding to that what? This loading. UDL is of 60 into this distance is 10 meter, and into 5 because it is UDL, you have to convert it first into point load, place it exactly at the center, and then multiply its half of the distance, right? Now then I did summation of Fy. Summation of Fy is all the vertical force will balance by downward force. From there we get to know reaction at Va is 450 and reaction at Vb is 150. Understood? Now finding the reactions. Now we want to calculate, reaction is done. So we now want to calculate horizontal thrust. How to calculate horizontal thrust? For that we have to consider summation of moment at crown equals to 0. If the beam, if your arch is exactly at the same height, has a supports exactly on same height, you must follow this 3 step in the beginning to calculate reaction and horizontal thrust. For the horizontal thrust, formula will remain same, that moment at crown, or a concept will remain same, moment at crown equals to 0. Only this will not work out in a case of arch with having supports at different level. I hope you understood. Now calculating moment at a crown. At crown what will be a moment? Vb into horizontal distance, it is making again anti-clockwise, therefore negative. Horizontal thrust into, it is making clockwise moment but required a vertical distance. How much it is? 10 meter. So positive h into 10. From solving it into the calci, we get h is equals to 150. Now summation of fx. What our summation of fx says us? HA. If we consider horizontal thrust at A and horizontal thrust at B, they are equal and opposite because there is no other horizontal force acting on our thrust to influence the horizontal thrust at support A and B. Therefore, whatever horizontal thrust at A support is exactly equals to horizontal thrust at B support. But the nature, force is a what? Vector quantity, and the force is in opposite directions. One is going towards the left, other going towards the left, but the magnitude is same. Now come to the next problem. In the next problem we will solve, here we only did a horizontal thrust and vertical reactions. Now we need to calculate normal thrust and horizontal shear. At what section they asked? Let's check. They asked at what section? They asked at 4 meter at section D, 4 meter from left support. Okay, we will try to solve it there. Here see, for calculating normal thrust, we have to take again a section at that point. Section is at what distance? Now x become 4 meter. In the previous question x was 12 meter. We have a UDL, we have vertically downward force, horizontal force, normal and shear force. Okay, now for calculating V, we need to do summation of Fy at given section. How to do summation of summation of all the vertical forces? What are the vertical forces? This is the one downward in direction, therefore take a negative. Then This is also in downward direction, therefore minus 60 into 4. Only the upward force at that section acting is a 450. From there we get to know the vertically downward force V is equals to 210 kilonewton. Now let's do summation of Fx. Summation of Fx is not needed to do even, because only force acting at A will be get balanced by H at our given section. Therefore H is become 150 kilonewton, because 150 kilonewton is acted at a horizontally at support A. Now to calculate theta, what we will do? The only change from so far is calculation of theta. See, the formula for theta is sine theta, whereas in the previous question calculation is did by tan theta formula, and tan theta is what? Dy by dx. But here we are using for the semicircular arch. What type of arch we are solving? Semicircular arch. Previous one is a parabolic arch. For parabolic arch we use tan theta. For semicircular arch we use sine theta. Understood the difference? Now to find theta we required r. X we know x is a 4 meter, but theta is also influenced by r. So what is r? R formula is wrote over here when origin is considered to be crown C. Okay, put the values of r, x. R is known here. See, r is known. Semicircular arch, vertical y distance at or a distance of h or distance from support to crown is nothing but r only. So I put the value of r as a 10, because h in this arch is 10 meter. That is the arch of semicircle, right? That is the radius of semicircle. Therefore radius become 10. 10 minus x. What is x? 4 meter. Minus r is 10 meter. H is also 10 meter. Finally we got the value of 9.16 as a value of vertical distance at a given section. At a given section, this distance we get equals to 9.16. Sorry. Understood? Now put the all values of we wrote the value of r, then we wrote the value of equation into it, x value into sine theta. We get to know the value of theta is equals to 25.89. Now the only task remaining is the putting value into the formulas. We know the h, we know the v, we know the theta. Once you put the values of h, n and theta, we get to know the n and f at that position is 221.5 and 132.4 kilonewton. Understood? Now again they asked us to find a bending moment at D. For that we need to do bending moment equation at D. What will be the bending moment at D? This 450 into horizontal distance 4, check it out here, into 4. 1 minute. Okay, now it is easy to understand. 450 into horizontal distances of 4 meter. Okay, making clockwise movement. Then this 150 into vertical distance we already calculated, it is 9.16. 150 into 9.16, and this UDL is 60 into 4 into 2. From there we get to know the maximum moment acting at a point D is equals to 54. It is in hogging direction. The nature of it is hogging. Now last problem from this lecture, and it is again asked once in a university question. It is May 17 question, and they asked a 3-hinge parabolic arch is loaded as shown in a figure, supported as shown in a figure, loaded and supported as shown in a figure. Determine support reactions and maximum positive and negative bending moment. Okay, now we want to do dm by dx equals to 0, because as you remember, to calculate maximum moment in any arch, we did first we wrote a equation for the moment at x distance, and then we did summation of moment at x differentiated it with respect to x. If you not remember, we will remind it through this problem. We will learn again it. Okay, so it is parabola of 3 hinge arch, 2 at support, 1 at crown, but the level or support levels are different. In this, we first have to calculate L1 and L2. H1 is 10, H2 is 3 meter. Once you put the values of H1, H2, H3, L. Okay, what is total span? Total span is 30 plus 10, 40 meter. Once you put all the values into the formula, you will get L1 is equals to 25.84 and L2 is equals to 14.16. Now next step is to calculate reactions. For that, as I said, for the crown arch with different levels of height, you have to do summation of moment at C equals to 0 for AC region and summation of moment at C equals to 0 for BC region, and I take a help of summation of Fy equals to 0. These three equations are applicable. So I have done same over here. I did summation of moment equals to 0 for BC region. Okay, in this region, what will be the force? RB and H. RB into horizontal distance and H into vertical distance. What is vertical distance? 3 meter. Then we did for AC region. For AC region, what will be the formula? RA. Okay, you can go with another way. Okay, let's learn new way. There is a new way doing this formula or calculation. You can use another way also. You can use summation of moment at crown BC equals to 0 in BC region and summation of moment at A for whole arch is equals to 0. You can apply any of moment equations. No need to do always like summation of moment at C from BC region and summation of moment at C from AC region. No need to do equally. You can apply different ways to come across the reaction. So I use new way over here, summation of moment at A equals to 0. I wrote again an equation for that. Here H is unknown, RB is unknown. Okay, once we solve this two equation by your calculator or calci, solve this two in your calci and put the values of H into the another equation. Okay, and then you will get RA, RB. You can work it out here. If you are not getting with this short explanation, you can try to do it in your notebook. Stop this video over here, try to do it in your notebook. You will get it. There is nothing much about it, or it's not so difficult. Now let's go to the calculation of maximum bending moment and maximum negative bending moment. So see, I have to give you basic things or concept behind it, that when you come across a semicircular arch, we have observed the bending moment pattern like this. For the semicircular arch, we get maximum bending moment before the crown, and after, once we pass the crown in the another left region, which is on this part, we get a negative bending moment. This is your negative bending moment. So we will take a help of this observation that maximum bending moment occurs in A to C region below the point load. Now I added one more extra point, that maximum positive bending moment mostly occur. I am not saying always, I am saying mostly occurs below the point load in A to C region. So directly we will take a section below point load and we will try to analyze it. But what if we want to calculate negative bending moment, there is no point load, then we have to consider a section and equate the moment of up to that section, differentiate it and equate it to 0. We will do it. Check it out step by step. So first I wrote over here as the positive bending moment occurs in AC region. In what? AC region. And it is observed that it will occur at point load. It will occur at point load. So let's take a section at point load. So where this section occurs, that section will occur at a distance of 10 meter below the point load from A support. So let's take a section at that point and try to write bending moment equation. But as we know, if we want to write any bending moment equation at any section, we need to calculate horizontal distance at that section. So I used a formula of parabola. What is the formula of parabola for 3-hinge arch with support at different level? This is the formula. H1 into x L1 squared multiply by, in a bracket, 2L1 minus x. Put the all values into it. H1 is known, L1 is known. What is x? X will be at 10 meter because we want to calculate vertical distance at 10 meter. Once we put all the values, we get y is equals to 6.24 meter. 6.24 meter. Now y at E is equals to 6.24 meter. Now let's try to write the bending moment equation at a distance x equals to 10 meter. Vertical distance at that point is 6.24. And what are the forces? Horizontal and vertical. The reaction A, RA, this is the RA, into horizontal distance 10, and it is making anti-clockwise. Therefore, it is making RA is making clockwise movement. It should be positive over here. Okay, and HA is making anti-clockwise, so anti-clockwise moment will be negative over here. So it got balanced. That's why answer is same. And once you put the values of HA as equals to 6.2, this is minus, this is plus, only the reverse of sign I have did, but answer will remain same. But if I place here also negative and negative, then it will be a problem. I hope you understood that. Now let's go to calculate maximum bending moment. Maximum bending moment will be, put the all values and I come across a value of maximum bending moment 459 or 459.87. Understood? Now maximum negative bending moment. This is a bit tricky one because in this region we don't have any point load. So we have to consider a section, then find a vertical distance at that section by using a formula of parabola for second region. Then write a equation of mx moment at a distance of x where we have taken a section, then differentiate this mx with respect to x and equate it equals to 0. So see, let's take the steps. This is, I said consider any section in the BC region and consider it a point E. Okay, at section E, what is the formula? Wait a minute. Yes, we have to find a vertical distance. I have wrote a formula for parabola which will give us a vertical distance at that point, but x is unknown. Therefore I wrote in a terms of x. Then I wrote a equation of moment up to E. What will contribute in this equation? In this equation only two forces will contribute. See here, this is your arch, this is a section at a distance x. Vertical force or a vertical reaction RB, vertical reaction RB, and horizontal thrust H. For horizontal thrust we required vertical distance y. What will be the equation now? RB into x and HB into y. Therefore equation of moment becomes, ME becomes in a terms of this. Once you simplify everything, now In the y, HB into what I said, y, you have to put a value of YE from here. Put that value, simplify this equation, you will get this simplified version of M or moment at E. Try to do it in your book. For condition of maximum bending moment. Now next step is